Remember Jito Sol, which is one of the airdrops that was really hyped towards the end of 2023 for Solana holders and stakers as well. Well, it's been quiet for quite some time because it's just been dumping and people were just selling the airdrop and they didn't really care about it anymore, right? It was one of those things which was hyped initially when they first listed, but then things started to die down. And so now Jito is back in action. And as we can see here, just a couple of days ago, they announced that you can swap from Solana to Base, which is the Coinbase blockchain, and back again for the best price using Jito bundles through DeFi Bridge Finance. Okay, so Base seems to be the new trend right now. Everybody's talking about Base. I know that if you list a token on Base, it gets a lot of volume as well because it does get a lot of visibility. Okay, everybody, like most of the crypto degens are watching Base right now, and they're also watching Solana, they're watching Sui. They're basically jumping from trend to trend, but Base is the one to have on your radar right now. I know that it used to be the BRC20s as well. That's kind of gone quiet now. Not many people are talking about BRC20s and ordinals anymore. They're all talking about Base now, and pretty soon I think they're going to be talking about Sui and also Aptos as soon as you get some airdrops there. Like, anywhere there's money to be made, people are going to be jumping on that trend. And so with Jito, if we look at the price here over this, I don't know if it's only because of this news, I'm assuming it's because of this, but I mean, there are definitely market makers at play here and also airdrop hunters probably. I'm not sure if there are going to be any airdrops though for holding Jito. I don't think there will be. But just the hype in general has caused this massive spike here. This is on the 4-hour chart, and look at this massive growth. Jito was on the uptrend for quite some time now. I mean, it was trading pretty poorly at only 286 here, as you can see, only like last week. And then, it popped like crazy to 451 here, as you can see on the 4-hour chart. It's starting the pullback now, so I'm expecting some sort of drop eventually. But for now, I mean, it's holding extremely well. Okay, and look at this, like considering that the last time we've seen such a high price was on listing day back in December. And then it dumped all the way down to 153. I thought this is going to be a dead token, to be fair, by January. And then anybody who bought this and didn't sell the 270 pop here and continued to hold it, they were pretty let down, I'm sure, by February, because they were like, oh, we gave it all the way back. We let this thing pump, and now look, it's back down again, close to where we got in. And so, being patient does pay off if the team are going to continue to provide something that's going to generate price growth, right? Be it partnerships, be it massive integrations with popular blockchains or popular dApps, or market makers jumping in and just pumping the price, like Jump Crypto, for example. So yeah. And here we can clearly see that Jito is doing very well. If I was to take a trade on this right now, I would just short the heck out of this because on the 4-hour chart, it's showing weakness already. It seems like it finally found the peak here. It doesn't mean it can't go a little bit higher, but it's very unlikely. Like the probability here is that it's going to start dumping. And then when it does, like even if it gets to like 350 here, that's going to be pretty good for a trade here. So anybody who's trading this and is shorting it are going to be very happy when this gets to like 350 because you're getting like over $1 here. So even like with 5x leverage, which is lower, not like high risk, you're going to get a lot. And then if you have like higher risk leverage, it's fine because as long as you're controlling that risk and you don't want to lose more than say $100 or $200, then you just set the stop loss above the high here, maybe give it some wiggle room, maybe 460. Ride this thing all the way down to 350 and you're done. It's like you don't even have to look, even as we're speaking, we can see the dump is happening here on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so there's no doubt in my mind that we're not going to see some sort of pullback here. Maybe not all the way to 350, but even if it gets to like 380, that's still a huge win here for shorting Jito because of this massive pump that it had. So that's the thing that I'm looking for. When I see this kind of massive moves, I'm trying to capitalize on the pullback. It's harder to recognize when a pump is going to happen. Whereas with the pullbacks, it's pretty evident here. When it's pumped this much and you're starting to see red, it's pretty obvious that the strength is gone here. There's not that much fuel left in the tank. And so, yeah, nevertheless, I'm really happy for people that have held Jito because patience pays once again, and it just shows you. Moving on to another Solana token, which was pretty hyped for a while, and things have started to die out because it was also airdropped. Jupiter exchange. Okay, it's not a bad exchange. It's pretty cool. I like it. they've integrated DexLab Official into Jupiter routing. DexLab Official is known for their token minting tool, which allows users to easily create new tokens and provide liquidity for them. So now you can trade these new tokens and tap into DexLab's liquidity pools on Jupiter. You create a new token, you add it to Jupiter through DexLab Official's minting tool. That's it, you're done. It's cool. It's cool to see that they have these kind of features added. It's next generation features here when it comes to DEXs. They're constantly expanding. But aside from that, like, it's been mostly, degens talking about it, promoting it, orders, things like that, like promoting the exchange in general. Nothing major except for this specific announcement. And what has that done? Once again, just like with Jito, it pumped the heck out of Jupiter, right? It went all the way to 183 and now it's starting to pull back a bit. So it seems like these Solana tokens are starting to do well. I'm not sure if it's organized in a way, to bring this kind of hype. Zeta Markets is supposed to list sometime. I don't know whenever they're going to list. I've got my eyes on that for a while. Ever since I got into Jito back in December, I've mentioned Zeta Markets because Jump Crypto is on them, Electric Capital is on them, so Wintermute is on them, so they've got quite a lot of backers. And so I'm expecting Zeta Markets, if we get a good entry, to be performing quite well. And so I'm going to be buying a bag of that personally, right? Not financial advice, not sponsored by Zeta or anything, but I'm just saying, I've had my eyes on them ever since last year and I'm just waiting for them to list. And I'll try to find a good entry, right? Wait for that initial pullback, the sell-off, and then make that entry in there. Get a small bag, not a huge one. And then when I see some sort of strength, go heavier in, because normally when you see some sort of strength, it means that the sellers are done and it's starting to move up. So yeah, I just wanted to drop this quick video and just show you that these two airdrops, which were initially hyped, then things cooled down, have now gone back into the spotlight. And it just shows you, things that are considered dead can come back to life, especially if they're on blockchains that are getting massive market maker support. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.